Good evening, parents, or good day, depending on when it is that you're watching this video. This is Mr. Cole. I'm your child's physics teacher, or at least I must be if you're watching this video. I must have one of your children in my class for physics. So I've got just a little slideshow here for you, probably very similar to the ones you're seeing from the other teachers, but this is going to be the information that I have to share with you. So I'm Mr. Cole. I love teaching at CCECHS because they really care about everyone. They care about the students, they care about the teachers, they care about all the staff, they care about the parents, the community. They really have everybody's best interests at heart. They really do care, and that is huge. I've worked at schools in the past that obviously didn't care about anyone really, other than, you know, some of the higher ups, you know, the administrators or, you know, district personnel. They didn't care about the students, they didn't care about the teachers, they didn't care about the community. But here it's way different. So I really like it here, and I am glad that I found it. I'm glad I found PUC and was able to get to become a teacher here. And I teach physics. As I mentioned earlier, I'm the physics teacher. Okay, my bachelor's degree is from the University of Northern Colorado, but then I got my teaching credential from the CSU Bakersfield. They have a little campus near my house in Lancaster, like a sub-campus of the college that I got my degree from for my teaching. I actually did end up taking some of the classes in Bakersfield, but most of it was just in Lancaster where I live. This is my 16th year teaching, and my second year at CCECHS, and then I was not quite a year, but a little bit more than a quarter at Lakeview Charter Academy the year before I started here at CCECHS. I like to do filmmaking, and I'm a hockey fan of the Vegas Golden Knights. I like sailing. I like filmmaking. These are the things I spend my time doing. Number 3 are interests, I guess, and number 4 is hobbies. So yeah, I go sailing, I am a filmmaker, and I build things out of wood or cardboard. And a quote that I like, and this I came up with myself, this is my own quote: there is no greater honor than to be rewarded, there is no greater honor than to be chastised for doing what is right, and no greater dishonor than to be rewarded for stupidity. And that's just how I feel, you know. If you do something that you believe is the right thing to do, and you get in trouble for it, that's great. I mean, that's like the best feeling in the world. But if you do something stupid and you get, you know, rewarded for it, people herald you and show you appreciation for doing something that was bad, that's bad. That feels terrible. Okay, for physics, the skills that a student should learn are to calculate or measure the various properties of objects and their motion. Let me fix that. Didn't realize I had a typo there. Okay. Okay, calculate or measure the various properties of objects and their motion. Course objective: develop a deeper understanding of why things in the universe behave the way they do. And the content learned, we're going to study Newton's 3 laws of motion, Ohm's law, Snell's law, bunches of other things. There's equations that go with almost all of this stuff. So there's a lot of math involved, but I did do a little check at the beginning to see if kids were going to be able to handle the math, and it seemed like most of them are. So we're in good shape there. Okay, these are the first 6 mini units that I have scheduled for our first semester. The one we're currently doing now is motion, and then soon we'll be switching to impulse and momentum, and then Newton's second law of motion, because that's the one that has the math, work and energy, power, and then gravity. Course materials. A student needs paper, pen, and pencil, a notebook, laptop or other electronic device with a web browser, but I feel like pretty much all the students already have that, so that shouldn't be a problem. I've seen every kid in class at this point online, so I feel like that's probably okay. But then they need some graph paper to draw graphs, okay? That we're gonna be doing some of that. We've already done some of it and are continuing to do it. So yeah, those are the things that a student would need for my class. Student expectations. In addition to the school-wide expectations, each class decided on some norms for our virtual classroom. And we had a little class discussion to decide on these norms that we're going to adhere to for each of our classes. Each class did their own. But there were some ones that some common themes that most of the classes, found their way to. And one of them is to be polite and respectful to your classmates and the teacher. Listen actively, okay, since we're all electronic right now, it's very critical to listen so that you hear what's being said and the information that's being presented. Participate. Make sure you're getting involved. That was one of the things that they said was important, because it's easy to just, be distracted by whatever else is going on if you're not in the classroom. You can have, many other things that could potentially distract you in a external environment. So they said to make sure you're focused and participate. Stay on task. Don't be distracted. Don't be getting, sidetracked and, talking to whoever else is around and, losing track of what's going on in the class. Turn in assignments on time. That was one that a couple classes mentioned, because we are kind of going through things quickly. And if you don't get assignments turned in on the day they're due, then you're going to fall behind and they're going to pile up. So that was one of the things that a few of the classes said is important. And then don't be distracting. Okay, a lot of kids wanted to make sure that their educational experience isn't being damaged by somebody else who's just trying to play around and be funny. So those are the ones that several classes said are valuable. And again, these are in addition to the expectations that are universal for every student. And those you probably are already aware of through other media that have been provided by the school. Okay, so here's the grading policy. Participation counts for 20% of the grade. Projects are 25% of the grade. Process assignments are 20% of the grade, and that's enrichment stuff, practice, things to help students master the skills. And then formative assessments are 25%. These are basically quizzes. Okay, quizzes to assess how much a student has learned based on, against the standards, the content standards. And then exams are 10% of the grade. And those we'll only have 2 of. And that's a pretty small percentage for tests. So you don't have to worry about it. Even though there's only 2 of them, they may feel like they're going to have a lot of impact on your grade, but really they're not. It's only 10%. So theoretically, if a student were to get good scores on all of the other stuff and bomb the exams, they'll still get an A or a B for sure. If they get, 90% of the points in these other categories, then a poor performance on the exam is not going to hurt them very much. Okay, here's how to get a hold of me, Mr. Cole. There's no such thing as email. My email address is m.cole@pucschools.org. My office hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays from 1:40 in the afternoon to 2:40 in the afternoon. There's going to be, I'm going to set up a group in haven't done it yet, but I'm going to set up a group in Schoology for students to join if they want to be involved in my office hours. And then there'll be like a little virtual office session during those times. So I should get that set up probably by the time you see this, or may have even done it by the time you see this. And then class announcements will be posted on Schoology for individual classes. And then Clever is where like I'll post announcements that are going to be for all of my classes, every student. So whenever you log into Clever, there, go to my page, there's an announcement there, and that would be again for all of my students. And then if individual class needs some extra communication, some specific announcement, I will post that on Schoology. Okay, these are links that you can use to stay connected to the school. The parent portal, that's your access as a parent to view your students' grades and other records. There's an Instagram, I don't know what you'd call that. I don't know if it's a URL or a site or what the name for that would be, but there it is for Instagram. And then for our website, it's pucschools.org, CCECHS. Okay, thank you very much for watching my video, and I look forward to a successful school year. Thank you.